Greetings, my name's Leah, Salmon, the Naturally You Coach, and it is the end of March. We are nearly in April. Now, as much as we have the glorious summer sun to look forward to once we get past spring, something else that unfortunately a lot of us live with every summer is hay fever. And instead of trying to tackle the symptoms of hay fever when they kick in, when the pollen count starts to go up towards the end of spring, beginning of summer, I want to share with you two things that you can do from now that will help to reduce the symptoms that you get on a regular basis. Actually, three things that you can do now that can reduce the symptoms that you get on a regular basis during summer, and they're even more effective if you do them for some time before the symptoms kick in, as opposed to the symptoms kicking in and you going straight to the chemist asking for as many over-the-counter remedies as possible to stop your eyes from watering, from you sneezing, and from your throat from feeling itchy. And I've had all three of those at some point in my life, and they are not fun. But I have worked out from myself and the clients that I've worked with and friends and family that the more that you can do beforehand, the easier it's going to be to get through summer. And when the symptoms do hit in summer, you're going to have to do less to reduce them if you've done some preparatory work in the first place. So the first thing is something that I always talk about, which is water. Making sure that you are well hydrated and that you get into the habit now of drinking 2 liters of water a day is going to help you in so many ways. Your body uses water for everything, including your immune system. And it is an allergic reaction that you're having to the pollen or the ragweed or whatever it is that you react to particularly at that time of year. So getting into the habit of drinking 2 liters of water is going to be really useful, especially if you do it from now. It's just going to make it so much easier. The next thing that you want to make sure that you're doing is to make sure that any other things that you're potentially allergic to, any other allergens in your house, you look at them from now. One of the big things that a lot of people who suffer from pollen and ragweed sensitivities are also sensitive to is mold. So now is the good time to start checking your house for any signs of mold. So look in your kitchen cupboards, especially the ones that face a wall, that are attached to a wall that on the other side of it is the outside of the house, because those are the walls that normally accumulate mold. So you want to open those cupboards, look at the back, see if you see any black splodges, look up in the corners of the rooms where steam accumulates. So bathrooms, toilets, shower rooms, kitchens, all of those kind of places, conservatories, that's where mold's going to accumulate, because you want to get rid of all of that kind of stuff now, because when it's warmer and the windows start opening and the air is circulating around the house, it's going to pick up those mold spores and circulate them even more than they're already circulating. And for all the other reasons you want to get rid of mold, making sure you get rid of it now so it doesn't exacerbate the symptoms that you normally get when you're suffering from hay fever is a really good idea. So whether you go and get a professional to come in and do the actual mold treatment, or whether you go in there with coverings around your face, make sure you're protected, spray it with hydrogen peroxide, the diluted hydrogen peroxide. Some people use white vinegar, bicarbonate of soda, oils, whatever you need to do, go ahead and get rid of as much of that as possible from now. Some people even they never use bleach, but they will use very diluted bleach to just wipe down the surfaces where they do see the mold coming, and then you can paint over those areas with a moisture resistant paint as well. There's so much information about how you can get rid of and manage mold susceptible areas in your house, but that's something you really want to do. The other thing that you can do, as well as the water and making sure that there's no other allergens that are around, and obviously doing things like making sure you're dusting areas where dust accumulates and you're hoovering on a regular basis. All of those things are also really important to alleviate all of those allergens that are around that don't exacerbate the hay fever that is going to come when the pollen count goes up. The other thing you want to do is start working on your immune system. And one of the best things that you can do is start getting in enough vitamin C. And obviously you want to get that from as many fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables as you possibly can, but don't be afraid to supplement with vitamin C. And I would always recommend that you use powders, because they're normally easier for your body to absorb. And when you get the tablets, they normally come with fillers and binders, and not all of them are bad, but you can literally just get the pure vitamin C in sodium ascorbate form or ascorbic acid form. and they work differently for different people, but both of them are pretty much useful. Whichever one you can get your hands on it. And it normally comes in a form where you can take like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon in water or juice or put into your smoothies, and that can just make sure you're getting enough vitamin C, because vitamin C is your immune system booster, which is going to help you to, again, protect yourself and keep your immune system prepped, not over prepped, because obviously a lot of people are now suffering from autoimmune diseases where the immune system is working overtime and attacking healthy cells. But you do want to make sure that you're giving your body enough vitamin C so that it can naturally protect you when that pollen count gets higher. There's so many more things that you can do, but if you just focus on those 3 things for now, over the next few weeks, and just get into the habit of doing them and sorting those things out, it could really help to reduce the symptoms so that you can enjoy this summer a little bit more comfortably. I hope you found this useful. You can find more information about the work that I do at thenaturallyyoucoach.com. Also, you can visit the Naturally You shop where you can get yourself some vitamin C powder. I hope this has been useful for you. Please feel free to get in touch. Leave any comments below the video if you have them, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. My name's Leah, I'm the Naturally You Coach. Take care and stay healthy.